Welcome back. Now, before we take a look at the day's business news, let's first take a look at the stock indices across the GCC. And in our top business story, Dubai set the stage for the 9th up-and-coming World Islamic Economic Forum in London today, with the theme Changing World, New Relationships. The global Islamic finance market has grown at a 23% compound annual growth rate to over $1.2 trillion and is expected to reach $2.6 trillion by 2017. Off the back of this, experts say that Dubai is well placed to capitalise on these huge growth opportunities. Officials at the event in Dubai today stated that the forum in London is a perfect opportunity to build bridges of peace between the Muslim and non-Muslim world through business. They added that the World Economic Forum will showcase the very best that the Islamic world has to offer as a trade and investment hub. The Changing World, New Relationships 9th World Economic Forum will be held on the 29th to the 31st of October this year at the Excel Centre in London. And it will be the first time that the event will have been held outside of the Muslim world.
So far as London is concerned, which is the 9th World Islamic Economic Forum, the focus will be on Islamic finance. This is particularly of interest to London as a centre of finance and idea of developing London into a major centre of finance. Islamic finance has caught fire, meaning that it has developed so fast within a very short space of time. Islamic finance did exist in name for ever so many years, literally ignored by the business communities anywhere in the world, particularly even among Muslim countries.
United Arab Bank has sealed a 3-year alliance with one of the most sought-after football clubs in history, FC Barcelona. The agreement sees UAB become the club's official partner in the UAE and places the bank as the first and exclusive financial partner of the football club in the country, which is FC Barcelona's first financial partner outside of Spain and Andorra. UAB is the fastest growing bank in the country, with record half-year profits of 260 million dirhams, a 35% rise over H1 in 2012. And through the agreement, they are looking to reach a large number of football followers due to the huge popularity of the club here in the UAE, according to officials. As the official partner of FC Barcelona, UAB will create a range of customised club-themed products, including match tickets.
We have chosen these partnerships for several reasons that I want to share with you. First, this country is very important for us. This region is very important for us. We have very strong relationships in the region, in the Gulf, and we want to continue to be very strong with a very strong presence here in this fine country. But second, and most important for today's event, we have chosen the right partner. There are many companies that want to associate their name with FC Barcelona, not only in this region, but from South America to Europe, to the United States, to Asia. And we select very few partners to associate with our name, because if not, we don't want to minimize our brand equity. We don't want to have 100 associations worldwide. We want to select a very few that are very important for us.
We're excited about this alliance, and as UAB enters us into this sports partnership, this is something which our competitors cannot match. So we are embarked today on one of the most exciting brand partnerships with one of the very biggest names in sporting history. We believe that as a bank, and for our customers, that this club is something that we can all relate to, as a bank, but also as a community.
The US dollar closed the week on a mixed note, following a rather disappointing US non-farm payrolls report on Friday. The data showed that 169,000 new jobs were added during the month of August, well below expectations of 180,000 new jobs. The unemployment rate ticked down to 7.3%, but the weaker than expected report hinted that the FOMC may delay their plans of a taper. Well, we earlier spoke to Gaurav Kashyap, the head of futures at Alpari Middle East, to get his views.
Friday's U.S. non-farm payrolls report was abysmal to say the least. Now, the figure came in at 169,000 new jobs, well below expectations of 180,000 jobs. But the most scary thing about the report was the fact that we saw a large downward revision to July's figure, losing 74,000 new jobs during the month of July. Overall, the participation rate also worsened to 63.2%. That's its all-time low since 1978, and that technically equates to about 90.5 million Americans out of work currently in the US. The timing of this report is a bit tricky because we have the FOMC rate decision and announcement coming next week over September 18th and 19th when the FOMC convenes. And remember, this is the meeting where the markets are largely expecting the FOMC to announce their $20 to $25 billion taper. But judging by the recent jobs report, it's really unlikely that the Fed can push for this taper, considering how anemic the US jobs market has been. And not only that, but the average of 200,000 new jobs, which is the benchmark the FOMC kept for the taper to actually take place in September, has now fallen as a result of those July downward revisions. So the Fed has a lot of work for it to do. They have to make sure all their I's are dotted and all their T's are crossed before they can pull that taper trigger. But judging by the recent jobs report, this doesn't look likely for September. So overall, we expect the US dollar to remain on the back foot in the week ahead. We do have a host of data coming out from China. We've already seen improving trade data coming out of China. We have upcoming industrial production figures, and this should be good enough to see the Australian dollar move to that 0.9310 level against the US dollar. Out of the UK also, we are expecting some improving employment data. That should be good enough to see the GBP move to 157.30 against the US dollar. But overall, the US dollar will remain on the back foot as a result of this worse than expected jobs report.